Hello and welcome to All Is Outdoors. This week we've got an unboxing. We got a box here from Tackle Warehouse. They were having a deal, some discount bins, and they had like $1 bins all the way up to like $20 bins, and we picked up a few items. Why open this up? We are doing a giveaway a month here at All Is Outdoors as a thank you for subscribers to the channel. So get yourself entered in the giveaway for August. It's a long video. Go back, check for that, and get yourself entered if you haven't done that. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. Got the receipt right on top. All right. Okay, first thing we've got a Juggle Head jig from 6 cents. This is 1/8 of an ounce and a 2/0 hook, and it's a 3-pack in the raw color. So Juggle Head Minnow. I've had good success with their other minnow or jig heads, so I thought I'd give these one a try. They had them on sale. And here is the Juggle spin head. So we got an underspin. And this is a number 2 hook, and this is 5/16 of an ounce. So, and that's also in the raw color. So we picked up a couple of those. Those were, let's see here, 6 cents. Those were $2 a piece. So these were $2 and these were $2. This was $2 in their bins. All right. Next thing we have got a 3-inch rock craw by Nories. So a nice little crawl style bait. Is 3 inches, and there's 6 of them in here, and these are light green pumpkin blue flake for Nories. These were $5 for those. Okay, then we've got a Damiki. This is Damiki Armor Shad, 3-inch, and there's 12 of them in here, and it's the Gizzard Shad color. So Damiki Armor Shad. And let's see where those are here. That was $3. Oh, here's another Juggle Head. This is in a different color, and this is a 1/0, and this is 1/8 of an ounce. And this is in the 4K Shad color. Okay. All right. Eagle Claw, weedless Finesse Jig Head, 1/15 of an ounce, kind of a Ned Head style bait. 1/15 of an ounce, and there's a 2-pack, and there is a weed guard on there, and they were $2, so $1 a piece for those jig heads. All right. Then we've got some Great Lakes Finesse. We picked up some Great Lakes Finesse. This is their Ned Head in the matte brown color. There's 3 of them in here, and they are 1/8 of an ounce. Right there. Great Lakes Finesse. These were $3. All right, and then to go with those, we picked up these right here, Great Lakes Finesse. These are 2.3-inch Ned Bug, 6-pack, and this is in the green pumpkin watermelon color. So you got the watermelon and the green pumpkin. So Ned Bug, and that was $3 to go with the Ned Heads. For $3. All right, what else? We got another. Oh, we'll go to another Great Lakes Finesse. Great Lakes Finesse. This is the sneaky. This is the. I guess just a head. I thought this was like a sneaky head or something like that, but it doesn't really say. 1/8 of an ounce. In the OG color. So a little swim bait head, 2 of them. That was $3 for those 2. 1/8 of an ounce. All right, we got another 6 cents. This is the Ozzie. 6 cents Ozzie. This is in the 4K bluegill color, and it's a 6-pack, and they're 4 inches long. The Ozzie. Figure they'd make a nice trailer, or like anything I'd use a flute float for. And let's see how much the Ozzie was. $3 for those. Oops, we got another Great Lakes Finesse. Picked this up. I thought the color looked pretty nice. It's a morning dawn color. This is a 3.25-inch Hover Minnow. And it's a 6-pack. And it's in the morning dawn color. And that's kind of what I got these to go with it. So $3, $3. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We've got some Strike King Z2s. Little fluke style baits. These are 4-inch. And then they're the bluegill color, and there's 5 of them in there. So the Z2 flukes. Let me see if I find it on here. Strike King, $3. Pick those up in the $3 bin. All right, we have got a swim jig, Berkley swim jig, power baits. This here is 1/4 of an ounce, 4-aught hook, and it is in the Bama brim color. So a little swim jig. I think this is $3. That was $3. Okay, and now we picked up another Berkley. We picked up the Berkley. This is the Nessie 5-inch, and this is in the green pumpkin color. So a little soft-sided glide bait, jerk bait, whatever you want to call it. The Nessie 5-inch green pumpkin. This was $5. Pick that up for the $5 bin. All right, here's the last 2 items we picked up, and these were the more expensive ones. These are both in the $10 range. So we got a Raid. We got the Raid. The underspin, pre-rigged. 10 grams, 4-inch, I believe. It says 4/5, so I don't know. 10 grams, head swimmer, Libero, from Raid. $10. And right here is what I don't know if it's a 4 or a 5-inch, but they look like they're probably 4-inch to me. But I like that color. And then I picked up the last item from Shimano. We've got the Shimano. This is the scale, it has scale boost. It's the BT Bite 99. It's 3.8 inches or 99 millimeters, which is like 3 8/9 of an inch. So almost 4 inches. 6 grams. And it dives 2 to 3 foot. So a little, not really jerk bait. Okay, let's recap real quick here. We picked up the swim jig, 1/4 ounce. I'm not going to open that. Bama bug color. We picked up the Nories, the rock crawl, 3-inch. Not going to open them either because you got to rip them open. And then we picked up, well, I won't open this one. This is a Juggle Head, 1/8 ounce and a 2-aught, so a little bit longer shank than the ones we got right here, which is the 1/8 ounce 1-aught. Right here is what we look like here. That looks pretty nice. We'll see how that does. I guess that little weight on the bottom here helps it run a little straighter. So we'll see how that works. Figured for that price, couldn't go wrong. And then we picked up the underspin, and that is 5/16 of an ounce. Right here, that is. Looks good, good hook. Looks nice. We'll stick with the 6 cents. We picked up the Ozzie. Right here, that is. It's got a nice little waggle on the tail. Looks nice. Got a little hook slot in the top here. So that'd be a good trailer on a chatterbait, spinnerbait. Use that on a ball head. Might even use it on that bigger, the 2-aught Juggle Head. So there's the Aussies that we picked up. We picked up the Damiki Armor Shad. Right here, that is. Again, nice little trailer on a smaller chatterbait. I used a lot of smaller ones. Drop shot, ball head, just about anything there. Nice color, that looks good. We'll stick with the Z2. So the Z2s, little flukes, Strike King. If you don't know, these are stretchy material, so they'll float a little bit, but I figure that's a nice natural color. Looks good. So there's the Z2 and Eagle Claw. If I can get that, all right, here we go. Got a little weed guard on there you can adjust. Nice bait keeper. Nice little Ned type jig, finesse jig. And that's 1/15 of an ounce, and there's 2 of them in there. And then we got the Great Lakes Finesse. So I thought this was a sneaky, like a sneaky underspin with, so this was a sneaky swim jig head, but it's just a regular swim jig head. But that looks nice. Really not a super strong hook, but very finessey, very sharp. That'll work great. I think that'll go good with the Hover Minnow here in the Morning Dawn color. You can see the shape of that Hover Minnow. So hover. Right there you go. Ball head jig. This jig right here. Either or will work great. Then we picked up the Ned Heads from Great Lakes Finesse and the brown color. Again, nice looking Ned Head, good bait keepers. You got to mold it in, 2 of them, and then plus a wire. So looks nice, nice matte finish on it. And that'll pair up good with the Ned Bug from Great Lakes Finesse, Ned Bug. Nice color. That looks good. All right, then we're over here and we're gonna look at, we picked up the Nessie. And the green pumpkin. Got the hook that'll pop out of there. You got kind of like a little fins that help it glide there. It's got the power bait scent to it. I have to get it back in there, but pick that one up. That was $5. And then the 2 $10 ones, we got the Raid Head Swimmer Libero. I think this is a 4-inch underspin, 10 grams. Nice weed guard. That looks like a great bait. Can't wait to use that. That was a 2-pack and that was $10. And then the last one, and again, I have trouble reading this. It looks like the BT Bite, but I'm not sure if that's right or not. I was trying to read it before and it doesn't tell me anything else on there. The little hooks are sharp on here. It comes with 3 tails that you can put in there, that you'd slip into there. And I believe it has it's hard to see, but I believe it has the gravitator, like they have that oil in there, but maybe not. It's not real light down here, but I think it's in there. But there we go. That was $10 as well. It says scale boost, and I don't know if that's what's in there, but again, there's what we picked up from Tackle Warehouse. Let me know if you got any good deals. Let me know if you went there and picked up anything in the bins when they have these. It's always good. I like to take a look and see what they have. You know, some Great Lakes Finesse for $3. That's a pretty good price. Some of these other things, you know, from some Jig Heads to try them out at $3 is a pretty good deal. So thanks for being here with All Is Outdoors. Now get yourself outdoors. Have a good time. Go fishing.